Dachon, can you just kind of talk about this off-season and you kind of around a completely new locker room now? How has that adjustment been for you personally, kind of seeing one team transition to a completely new team?
I'm taking it well. Obviously, got recruited by Miles, and, things happen for a reason. I love Miles still to this day, me and him have a good relationship. But, Holbrook, he's a great guy. Since he's been here, things been going well, as a team, get to start a new chapter in my life with new teammates and, people I call my brothers for the rest of my life. So, well, it's been great, I'll say. It's been good.
You and Thor are kind of the only returning guys here. Have you had to help some of these guys just get used to Lincoln and be a tour guide and maybe a little bit more vocal leader?
Yeah, I've been Ubering more than usual. Yeah, I've been Ubering more than usual, I'll say. Most definitely, Lincoln and Nebraska, it's a very rare place, I'll say, because you have to come here to experience it, like when you first hear Nebraska, but then when you get here, the fans, facility, so everything is good.
Haanif, what's just these first few weeks been like? Because everybody's kind of gotten used to each other and gotten on campus and everything.
Yeah, everything's been good. I think it came better, quicker than we expected. Guys are learning on the fly. We're learning quick. It's only July, but as long as we show progression and improvement every day in practice, I think it's going to be good for us, especially for this trip coming up.
How do you feel like you've settled into Lincoln?
I feel like I've settled in pretty well. I'm still trying. I'm a food guy, so I'm still trying to find all the food spots and stuff like that. But other than that, I've been enjoying it very well. Enjoying being around, my teammates, like DB said, brothers that are called for the rest of my life. And it's been a good experience so far, and I know it will be, continuing throughout the year.
Both of you have transferred to other schools as well. Like, what's the key to meshing as a team and learning each other's names and learning their habits? Like, what's the key to just figuring this all out?
I would say you have to just be open, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. For me, I was at Robert Morris, and then, I transferred to Nebraska. For my 3 years in college, I haven't been on a team with more than, 4 players, every year. So I'm kind of getting used to it, just opening up, being, family to guys. Because, when you get first off the plane, you leave your family, friends back at home. So you get off the plane, you're just nervous and anxious. So I just learned, you got to be open and be family-orientated, to your new teammates. You can't kind of be in your bubble, so.
You guys try to spend time with each other away from basketball to get acquainted better?
Yeah, for sure. After practice, we're always playing video games, 2K, Madden. I think that's big time for for a good team. That's everybody's new. Spending time off the court. I think it helps us open up, like DB said. I think it helps us build team camaraderie more than on the court type of stuff.
For either of you guys, how's it kind of been learning Hoiberg's system and kind of how do you see that fitting this team?
I'll say, right now, we're going through our caterpillar phases, We're not at the butterfly yet, We're a new team. We only been here for a month, so, fast paced, but also, breaking it down, piece by piece, going through the sets, certain play calling, certain actions. So far it's been good.
Yeah, it's been good. I think this trip that we got coming up is really going to help us play against other competition, and, just to see where we're at, in August. And I think, once we see where we're at from August, we can go from there and improve better.
Dachon, what's the transition been like for you from knowing that you're not going to play last year to knowing that, this is kind of, you get to play this year?
I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. New teammates, new coaching, new style of play. I'm excited.
Hey, and if you're new here, but you're also one of the older guys on the roster, as a result of that, have you tried to take on a leadership role, being one of the vocal guys, even though, you're still trying to get used to this place yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I come in every day trying to, lead us, be vocal. Just pick everybody up. When times feel a little down, we turn over the ball a little bit. Just understanding that. Listen, guys, it's early. We still got time to improve, but let's just do it with improvement. Make sure we're going hard with everything we do. I think because you play how you practice. So I think once we go hard and once we continue to grind throughout the summer, then it's gonna be good for us in the long run.
What do you guys think of the 4-point line and getting used to all that?
4-point line. It's difficult at first, especially when you're backing up on offense, preparing for your shot, because you realize you think you're so far out, but once you get that step in, you're right there at the 3-point line. So it's a kind of confusing at first, but I think it really helps out a lot with the spacing on the offense and getting guys open shots as well.
Dachon, how maybe compared to what you've done in the past under Coach Miles and even Robert Morris?
It's different, It's real different, coming a guy, from the NBA, well respected. I have respect for all my coaches in the past, but, he has that on his resume, NBA coach. So I'm just open, just to learn, get my IQ better for the game, because everything he's teaching, is for a reason. Whether if he's slowing the game down, he wants us to go up and down, he's been there before, so I'm just open.
From the beginning of those those first workouts after Coach Hoiberg was hired. What has changed about this session you guys have had since last Monday? How much more comfortable are you guys in getting kind of the regular practice things down?
It's very different, the pace. I feel like, at first, like guys are coming in, trying to play their game a little bit. And when you get to college, it's kind of different. It's not the same no more. You have to, embrace the challenge, I would say, embrace the process. You come in, you think but, you got to just be all open ears.
Have either of you guys been overseas?
Yeah, I went my freshman year. Went to Venice and Lake Como. So, the flight is going to be tough, but we're going to get through it.
So I guess if you've gone through something like this before, what's the benefit of it?
I think the benefit of it is getting early runs, playing other competition, seeing how our offense and defense is, like I said, against other competition besides practice. And I think it helps you get a couple of these games in before the season starts.
How curious are you guys to just see how you guys look playing against another team and just kind of seeing how this all works?
Yeah, you got DB.
I'm very curious. I'm excited, new team. I feel like we have a lot of weapons offensively and defensively as well. So I'm just, ready to let everything loose and, get ready to play.
This is early impressions of Doc Sadler on the sideline here.
Doc's a guy and full of energy. You're going to hear him throughout the whole practice, but, that's a great coach. That's somebody you want to be around on a daily basis. A guy who got great energy, a guy who's well respected, and a guy who knows what he's talking about. Once he knows what he's talking about, you're going to listen. So being around him on a day-to-day is a great thing, and I know he's going to help us learn and become better basketball players and better people throughout the year.
Dachon, what's it like been having Armand out there during the transition for you guys that have been there last year too?
It's helpful, because you have somebody that was there with you last year on the coaching staff, which is a blessing. So it's good, Gates keeps me, he's always on me, always staying on me. So, I'm happy. And also, his energy as well. Him and Doc, they both have great energy. Good days or bad days, they're always on your side, telling you you're good, telling you you're bad, they're always on you. So I appreciate them.
What were you up to this summer? How did you work on your game?
I was working hard with my guys back home. My trainer, Stanley Remy. Been down in Miami all summer, working hard every day, strength and conditioning. I had shoulder surgery in December, so I had to get back, work hard all summer, and I'm glad where I am to this day, and I know I'll only continue to get better.
You feel healthy in the shoulder?
Yeah, for sure. I feel healthy. I feel conditioning wise, 100%. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad where I am today.
What is your knowledge of the Big Ten, the style of basketball, what you're getting into? What have you seen? What do you hear?
I heard it's big boys basketball. It's great fans, great teams, and just something that you want to be a part of. You got to bring your A game every game, no matter what. I think with this team that we got, we're going to bring our A game. We're going to be ready, and we're going to play hard for 40 minutes straight.
Sean, what do you tell the guys about the Big Ten?
In practice, I give them my 5 fouls, I give them aggressively. I tell them Big Ten is big boy basketball, sitting, on the bench last year, embracing my teammates. You see it, the refs, they don't call, a lot. It's the Big Ten. It's one of the best conferences in the country. So, I just started telling them, it's a lot of physicality. You got to be vocal and you got to be tough.
Dachon, you got to basically go head-to-head with James Palmer for a full year last year. How much different of a player are you from this time a year ago to now?
Coming out of that bubble, hitting first, I'll say. When you're a sophomore, sitting sophomore, you're going against, a pro every day. It helps your game. So I just, try to tell the guys, you got to stay physical, you got to stay ready, you got to stay aggressive on defense and on offense. You can't just be one side on the court.
How did you feel like you improved, though, during that year away from having to sit out?
I feel like I improved a lot. When I first came in, I would say I was just trying to go up and down, not really slowing the game down. And then I started watching film, and I feel like that helped me a lot. I watch film a lot now, more than I said my freshman, sophomore year. I'm watching practice as soon as it's over with, calling up the video guy, can you put film on, can you put film on? So just embracing and everything.
How did those battles with James go? What sort of things did you learn exactly?
I learned a lot from James. Overplaying him, he'd go back during me. I just feel like he had, a couple cheat codes to the game, being a vet around that he taught me. So I embraced him, either it's hooking, doing something, the ref can't see, he just taught me a lot of things offensively and defensively. So I appreciate James.
For both of you guys. I know you've only had a few workouts and a couple practices, but any players have jumped out to you, has shown flashes of any of your new teammates?
You know, I think Samari, you know, coming out as a freshman, he's been confident. He's been playing hard. He's been bringing energy as well, and that's what you want. That's what you want from the young guys. You know, just somebody who brings energy for day-to-day practice, who gets better. And like I said, you know, the overall team, everybody's been showing flashes. Everybody's been, you know, together, and everybody's been loving the process that we've been doing so far.
Yeah, Shamari. Everybody, I feel like, you know, has their little days, but I feel like, you know, Shamar, out of all the guys, you know, coming in, he's been very aggressive as a freshman. And, you know, I stay in his ear a lot, too. I tell him, you know, it's going to be days where you could go in the gym, shoot 1,000 shots, and you might have a day where you come in practice and you might not make it. But I told him you got to stay with the process. You know, just believe in the coaches. They're going to put you in the right positions defensively and offensively. Just allow them to make you get better. So,
How do you guys formulate expectations for yourselves as a team this year when you're still trying to learn roles, still trying to learn playbooks, things like that? How do you guys kind of weigh where you think you guys can perform this season?
You know, I think just controlling what we can control. You know, I think we control our attitude. I think we control how we practice, how hard we play, and just knowing that once we do that every game, go out there on a day-to-day game basis, and we bring our attitude high and bring our, you know, our effort at a high level. I think, you know, you can never know what could happen throughout the season. And just understand it's going to be a roller coaster season. It's a long season for everybody. Just sticking together throughout turmoil, and you know, just once we have success, you know, and just keep going and fighting hard and playing hard.